What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Heisey here. Today's video is my branded Despia deck profile that I brought to my Phillies regional and also the locals that I went to. The Philly regional, we're not going to go too far into it. Didn't do great at all. My hands were not great. Luck wasn't with me. That's just how it is. But I ended up going to Luxury Gaming in Rockaway. Big shout out to them, by the way. Awesome place. Ended up getting second place at their tournament, and the turnout wasn't super great. We ended up having I think 12 people out of 16 that showed up, or we were hoping for 16 at least. But the pricing there that they have is incredible. And if you happen to live near the area, I would definitely come check them out. They're super duper cool people, awesome prices. They're very competitive. They have lots of accessories, playmats, awesome deck boxes. I don't know if you guys are into JJK. That's where I got this here. And there's really chill people there. The staff there are really friendly. They're very knowledgeable in almost every single TCG. I would definitely check them out. I'm definitely going to have their link in the description. Check out their store. They got lots of merch, lots of cards. And if you're at the area, they have locals every Sunday at 1 o'clock and Mondays. Not too sure about what time on Mondays. I think 7 o'clock on Mondays. But it's all on their website. Definitely go check them out. I'm also going to have their Facebook link in there as well, in case you guys are interested, and you can give them a follow. And like I said, definitely come out, because I mean, again, for a 9-person tournament and getting second place, not bad at all. And the more people that show up, the better this gets. This tournament had the potential to be a 2-box tournament for first place, 1 box for second place, and then I forgot how it came down to the third and fourth. But really good pricing, and they just became official. They got the OTSs on the way, so come check them out. But let's get back into the deck profile. All right, so starting off the deck profile, you already know we got 3 of the Jester boys. Gotta rock the 3, obviously. We got the 3 Fauna Valbaz. You gotta run 3, honestly, just because with this format, especially against Snake Eyes, they sweat when they see this card, when they think this card is face down, and I happen to have something else in the back row. They sweat. Definitely rock 3 of these, because this is really good. 2's, in my opinion, is just a waste of because you end up banishing 1 off of Albion, and God forbid they happen to Mourner you if you don't have the Brand of Lost. Now you're down to just 1 Fauna Valbaz, and you might not be able to recur it at some point if you have to use your, let's say, your Branded Red, something like that. Just run the 3. Another 3 of that I run are the Cartesias. Reason why I run 3 is mainly because I want to get the bricks out of my hand if I happen to brick. And then obviously you dump a card that everyone does not want to see. Then I also rock 2 of the other white girl, Guiding Quem. 2's really good in my opinion for this. I like having 2. A lot of people don't expect the 2, and they also, especially Snake Eyes, they don't like this just as much as they don't like Fallen of Albaz, just because as soon as something comes out, target the Fallen of Albaz, get them on the field, Fallen of Albaz, discard, you know the rest. Super nice, really nice. And then just 1 of the Albion, just to get that draw. It's not a bad card to have in the hand. Some people play this at 3, like if they're playing the 60 card variant. This is 46. It was at 44. I was playing just 1 Quem and 2 Cartesias before, but I really like seeing the Cartesia a lot more. And again, the Quem too, because I end up using her sometimes just for the branded in red target, because she's a Despia monster as well. But that's those. The one Mercurier. I'm contemplating bringing this back to 2, just because it's so good for the negate and everything like that, especially like when they got nib, or if I happen to have it in hand already and I can just be greedy and negate the nib. It's really nice. I like seeing it. Maybe though, I'm not 100% sure. One tragedy. You already know what that does. Really, really good card. A lot of people forget about the effect too, that he can banish himself and target kind of like the branded retribution, but it sets instead of, you know, as the hand, which is pretty cool. And then we play the Dear Servant package. So obviously you want Maximus, Maxi Pad, Go Burr. It's nice. And then just a very tiny Bestial package. Just one Lubellion, one Serenir. That's all I really need. And in the side deck, I mean, you could, if you want, like play more of the Bestials, depending on your locals. It all comes down to your locals. When I built this, I was thinking about just regionals and all the Snake Eyes that I was going to see. I saw some Voiceless Voice, and I ended up, I think I played them twice. Won the first one, lost the second one, just because like they Bestialed the hell out of me. But I'm thinking about putting some in the side. I'm just not 100% sure yet, but just these two for now. And the best card in the deck, Gimmick Puppet. I mean, I used this a lot. It came in clutch a lot. It was really nice. And especially when I open up with like a Cartesia, when I have this in the hand too, that makes it even better, because now I can just dump something else that could actually help me more. You know, like for more follow-up basically. But best card in the deck, 100%. Adlib is good too. It's really, really good. Don't get me wrong. Especially for like the Mirror Jade recursion along with the Quem and everything like that. But this just like automatically makes people scoop. We'll go in the spells, obviously. 3 of the Branded Fusion. They're not gonna, as long as they don't hit it, we're gonna keep playing it at 3. There's no other reason not to. A lot of people want this card banned, especially with that new fusion monster that's coming out. Boy, that OTK goes nuts. 3 branded opening. Yeah, I play different rarities and a lot of stuff. Who cares? It's fine. Super good if you already have the Quem in hand and like the Aluber, or you don't have the Aluber, or vice versa. That's what you want to play, honestly. And then obviously the Deer package, the Deer Servant package. This is really, really good too. Especially when they happen to ash you on the Branded Fusion, you're gonna get it anyway. So one way or another, I mean, this alone is gonna get you the Gimmick Puppet lock. So if they ash you, they ash you. Hopefully you have this in hand. You're totally fine. One branded in red. Some people play this set 2. I thought about playing this set 2 just because it's so good. And a lot, again, people just don't expect a second one. They always just see the one. But this card's really, really nice, especially when you really, really need it. Like for like, let's say like Quertus or, you know, Masquerade or something like that. It's nice. And then the best spell in the deck by far. This helped a lot. This helped a lot. You'll see the videos later. I've recorded all of them. It was pretty nice. Some people got confused about this card. Like they really wanted to activate something and they couldn't do anything. And it was pretty funny, honestly. But this card is nice. Definitely gotta play that. And then the one Retribution and the Fusion Duplication. I opened this a lot. I opened this against in my last game against Voiceless Voice twice, which was pretty nice, and he ended up ashing my Branded Fusion twice. So it was really, really funny. But yeah, basically, if you don't let me do it, if you ash me and I happen to have this in hand, or another card that lets me add this to hand, it's gonna happen regardless. I'm gonna get that Branded Fusion. 3 fusion deployment. just in case you happen to not see the Cartesia, or let's say you happen to eat up everybody's negates and you have 2 cards left in your hand, you get that Fallen of Albaz using that. That's pretty nice too. That's a game ender. 3 thrust, 1 of each rarity. Shout out to Cthulhu. It's my boy. Help me out as always. I always saw this in my hand. Super clutch, especially again if they ask your branded fusion. You can either go with the fusion duplication if you don't have Need Your Servant in your hand, grab the Need Your Servant, fusion deployment, talents. I mean, this card's great, and it's really, really nice. Branded fusion too, if you happen to have that set Albaz. It's really, really nice as well. This card just goes burr. You just gotta play it. It's really, really nice. I love playing this card. Probably the best board breaker in the game. 3 Forbiddens. This came in really, really clutch against Kashtira. They ended up on I think a Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, and it was coming down to time too. A Flare Metal Dragon and I think a Unicorn or a Fenrir. And I ended up like opening like 2 or cards that I didn't really mind, and I ended up just using those 2 for cost, and then it was GG's from there because I think I had a Fallen of Albaz in hand, and it was just done. And a Branded Fusion. So this card goes burr. It's nice. This thing cooks. And then just for a little bit more support, just the Gold Sarcophagus. I don't play the Foolish Burial. You could probably cut something out of this. There's nothing wrong with Foolish Burial. I just decided not to play it just because I play talents as well, just for the thrust target, and then just 1 called by. But that's it for the main deck. Nothing too crazy. But again, 46 cards. That's it. For the extra deck, standard, 2 Mirror Jade. You need 2 Mirror Jade. Don't play just 1. I mean, a lot of people say like, oh, I only ever really just need 1. Well, sometimes you need more than 1, and that happened a lot. So more than 1's good. More than 1's good. 2 Albion. Standard. 1 Lebellion. The next ban list. Rinbrum. That way, I mean, I honestly don't make him. He's very give or take when it comes down to using him or summoning him. But most of the time, I'm just sending him with either Guignol or Maximus for the Fallen of Albaz target, just for more interruption. He's not a bad card though. He's situational. He's good. Titaniclad, also a good card in case you're playing like Kashtira and they have Planet or something like that. Super nice. And then again, sending it with the Maximus, and you can special summon out Quem or any other Dogmatica monster. So even Maximus, if you wanted to, just for like for follow up, and he's just got a big fat ass, you could do that too. G-Wagon, standard, send that puppet. You could play 2. You could cut any of these cards, honestly, that I'm coming out with next, but 1's good enough for me. That's all I really ever need. Shout out to my boy Clement, who let me borrow the Masquerade. This was a last minute pick. I forgot what I took out, but this came in very clutch against a Snake Eyes match. I think it was it was game 2, where I didn't have the best hand. He opened up lots of hand traps and just kept bricking, and I ended up just on this, and he just kept burning until he came down to 100 life points, and that was pretty much it from there. Quertus, really, really good against the Snake Eyes, obviously. They don't play fusions, so they end up having to go through a lot to basically out this card. they sweat when they see this card too, which is really nice. And then of course the Lulu. There's been times where I special summon her off of G-Wagon, just because, I mean, it's situational, you know. If they happen to have a card that's really, really annoying on the field, and they bring on an extra deck monster, you get to negate it. Everything gains 500. So she's got a good place in my heart. And then obviously, Graveyard Effect, Cartesia Quem special summon. It's really nice. Usually sending this and Titaniclad together, or Albion, depending on the hand that you start out with. But this helps a lot with the Gimmick Puppet lock. And then we have the one Guardian Chimera, just a standard, you know, for the back row removal when you need it. And then the Super Poly targets slash New Deer Servant target. You got the one Garura and one Mud Dragon. Nothing too crazy with the extra deck. So for the side deck, again, this was built for Philly, and I expected nothing but Snake Eyes, so I built for Snake Eyes mostly. But just for the Rogue, 3 Droll, just because there's still Rogue there. There was a lot. I mean, I saw people playing Heroes. I saw people playing other very weird decks. So, I mean, I never got to play against them. It was just nothing but Snake Eyes and Voiceless Voice for me. But, yeah, this is good in its own place. Depends on your locals, again. The best card. This was great. 3D Shifter. We could play through it. It's fine. You could definitely play through this. Snake Eyes can't. That's what's best about this card. It's really, really nice. Especially if you happen to open up 2 of these and you have a Bestial. That's even nicer too. And that did happen at a regional. 3 Rock. That's about it. And then I side the ad lib just in case they happen to play a deck that just normal summons like Flu or anything like that. This comes in great when you can recur that Mirror Jade 3 times in 1 round on your opponent's turn. That comes in pretty nice. Never gonna let this card go. 3 MSTs. This is my baby. A lot of people were surprised when I play this card, but they don't realize that every time I play this card, I win. That's the best part, especially when you're playing against someone who happens to have Floodgates or, let's say, you know, they set a Super Poly or whatever like that. Fire King Island. I love this card. This is the best card in my opinion. And then 2 evenly matched. Usually I just side in 1, 2 if I'm really desperate, but just another thrust target as well. But yeah, that's the deck profile, guys. And I mean, and again, definitely check out Luxury Gaming. I would definitely, you know, stop by if you happen to play anything. I mean, they do One Piece, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. I think some other things as well. Again, all of this is on their website, their Facebook, their Instagram. I'll also drop their Discord links as well, because they have their own channels with whatever TCG you're interested in. But yeah, check them out. I mean, and again, the more people that show up, the bigger this gets, you know? This could be you with a box, maybe 2 boxes, maybe 3. The place is massive. It can hold a pretty good amount. The first week this thing opened, their soft opening was 40 people. 40 people. And I mean, and I think these are Euro as well, which is even cooler. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are Euros. So yeah, they even have sweet Euro boxes that you can get cards from too. So again, check them out. Luxury Gaming, Rockaway, New Jersey. Super awesome people. More videos coming out soon of how I did during that tournament. And yeah, I'll see you guys. Thank you.